Howdy, I'm CyberAx with Outlandishly Crafted, and today we're going to be talking about Zcash. I'd like to put a complaint together for the marketing of Zcash, and I've complained about it on Twitter and voice chats, but I just saw this, and it drives me crazy. So I can't put my response in a tweet. It's too long. So I want to make a quick video about it and just speak my mind and put it out there because I think this is a grave problem. So I want to point out a few things real quick, just on the language. So Zcash YouTube promo. Resubmission rejected. Committee felt Zcash already has strong organic marketing. Strong organic marketing. I disagree. I've been hanging out in Zcash community for a long time, and most of the marketing I've seen has been pretty poor. So really quick, I want to look at just the other stuff here. Rejected for some reasons, high cost, low impact expected. Rejected due to high cost, unclear impact, team encouraged to focus on deployment. Listen to the language of all this. Rejected, existing community nodes already meet this. Rejected, lacks browser compatibility and realistic adoption path. Both rejected as out of scope. Rejected as ZCG will now require proven track records and prior community involvement. So in all of these, there's a demand for proof. There's a demand that there's proof, that there's a pathway, that you're going to show us evidence. But when it comes to the ZCG committee themselves, they don't have to show proof. They don't get an outside audit. They don't have someone come in that's an expert and say, hey, how are we doing on our marketing? How are we doing on our adoption rates? How does it compare to XMR? How does it compare to Bitcoin? How does it compare to normal stock trading and stock market? Do our own family members know about this product and use it? If you can't get your own family members to adopt and be super fans of your own product because it's too difficult or doesn't make sense or it's not on their mind or they're not seeing it in marketing, then you're not doing a good job. How are you asking strangers to adopt a product and keep the product in their mind if your own family isn't willing to do it? If your own family isn't willing to take on these things, are you doing a good job marketing? Is organic enough? So I have that response. You tell us that proof is required, but you don't provide proof when it comes to you guys. You instead say you felt. You didn't provide any analytics or anything else. Just felt. Same thing. I personally, I've done 1,000+ products, countless startups, probably in the 100+ startups or more. I think I work with small businesses and corporations every day about marketing. It's the #1 topic that everybody's dealing with. Most products and corporations are spending 10+%. Is being put back into marketing and influencers and keeping on minds and accessing and reaching out to all these people, and yet you see Zcash is putting 0 into that. It's all organic is enough. In my opinion, only academics would be able to say that. People that aren't living off the profits of what they're saying or of what they're selling would say that. Anybody that has to sell a product and then live off the products, the profits, is marketing their ass off. organic. This isn't the 80s and you're a car dealer and your name is up on a sign and everybody knows who you are in town and everybody comes to you. This is 2025 where every single thing in your life is buying for your time and your brain space, and there's 1,000 other things I could be doing right now, and you need those users to pick up and install an app and put their finances in a private storage. That's like 5 steps you have to convince them to do, and you're not even trying to get them to do step 1. Organic. XL Energy is controlled by the state of Colorado, and I have to use them. I don't have a choice. They have a 2.1 star review rating on Google. You would not go to put your kids in their daycare if they were daycare. You would not eat at their restaurant if they were a restaurant. But you know that even though they're a monopoly controlled by the government and don't care about me at all, they run ads. YouTube is the monopoly of all monopolies for media. I'm on YouTube right now. YouTube runs ads on Twitch X. Drug dealers advertise on TikTok and Craigslist. They have a community of users that are addicted to them, and they still advertise. The very first question on Shark Tank is often, how much does it cost you to acquire a customer? And if you ask the operators of Zcash, they don't know that because they don't market. Because in academia, you don't have to worry about the cost to acquire a customer. But when you have to eat off of what you profit and sell, the cost to acquire a customer matters, and you spend a lot of your time and energy acquiring customers. But Zcash is focused on making the best damn product ever, and that's commendable. However, in the history of the internet, the best damn product ever never wins. AOL, Prodigy, MSN, Windows, Android, Yahoo, Facebook, MySpace, MyCity, VRChat. Should I go on? Steam, Epic, Xbox, PlayStation Network, Nintendo Network. Should I go on? Never has global adoption or mainstream adoption happened at the very best product. So you can spend all your time in the world getting to 99.99999%, but you're only going to get to 1% of the population. And I believe privacy is to the masses. And if we don't get privacy to the masses, then this experiment is a failure. If only 1% get privacy, that's not privacy. It doesn't work. 60%, 80%. The people that watch Asmongold should all know about Zcash. The people that watch PewDiePie should all know about Zcash. Timcast should be talking about Zcash. But you know what they're not talking about? Zcash. And you know when they bring up privacy cryptocurrencies, all you see in their chat of 80,000 people is XMR and Monero. He did it recently. I tweeted about it to your handlers. That this is a major problem, that when Asmongold says privacy and cryptocurrency and money, nobody except one person out of 80,000 people, and the chat goes scrolling by, says Zcash. You're telling me that you're doing a good organic job when nobody in this culture knows about it. You're in a bubble. You're in academia land, and you're talking to other academias, and the echo chamber just goes back and forth. But when you step out to the real world and you ask your family and your extended family and your friends, hey, do you use this? What do they say? No. And you say, hey, do your friends know about it? You ever talk about it? You ever see an ad on TV about it? You ever see a TV show about it? You know, I tried to put Zcash in one of my video games and I couldn't even get the Zcash people to give me permission to use the logo. Just gave up. But you're doing a good job with organic marketing, are you? Well, my question would be, prove it.